Hey guys, it's Miss Dallas Reyes. Today we're solving logarithmic equations. So in this problem, we have log base 13 of x plus 1 equals 3. The first thing we want to do is we want to isolate the logarithm in order to find the value for x. So we are going to subtract 1 from both sides so that we can get log base 13 of x equals 2. Now that we have it set up where it's just a logarithm on this side, we are going to rewrite it in exponential form. So we're going to look at these three parts. This is the base, this is the answer, and this is the exponent. In order to rewrite it, we have the base of 13, our exponent is 2, and that equals our answer, which is x. So that's the exponential form. And then we can just solve for x, so 13 squared is going to equal 169. Therefore, x equals 169. So the key here is you are going to take a logarithmic form, isolate it, then write it as exponential form. Okay. Let's isolate the logarithmic form by dividing by 2. So now we have log base 2 of x equals 5, and then we're going to rewrite it into exponential form. So that's 2 to the power of 5 equals x, and 2 to the 5th power equals 32. So x equals 32. Okay, let's isolate. So we're going to add 17/6. And remember, you're using a calculator, so even though you have these fractions here, it's not a big deal. So you have log base 64 to the negative x equals negative 2 plus 17 over 6. And if you get a decimal, you go ahead and convert it out to a fraction. So I got 0.83 repeating, which converts to 5/6. And then now I'm going to write it in exponential form. So the base is 64, the exponent is 5 over 6. That equals negative x. So using my calculator, I'll say 64 raised to the 5/6, and that equals 32. So 32 equals negative x, which means when I divide by negative 1 on both sides, running out of space here, then I get x equals negative 32. Okay, in this problem, the logarithm is already isolated. I don't have anything in front or in the back of it, so I'm going to go ahead and start. My base is 2, my exponent is 4, and that's going to equal my answer, which is 7x minus 5. So I rewrote it in exponential form. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this exponent. 2 to the 4th power is 16. And then now I'm going to solve. Add 5, it's 21, and divide by 7. So x equals 3. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier. Notice that you have a plus sign here. So we're going to use our logarithmic properties in order to condense the left side of this equation. Since it is addition, we can rewrite it as a single log using the product of x and 10. And I actually would prefer to write it as log of 10x. It's more algebraic that way, equals 3. So basically you're taking this and you're multiplying it together. And then here, since I don't see a base, that means that's going to be a base of 10, remember? And now let's rewrite it into exponential form. So 10 to the 3rd power equals 10x. 10 to the 3rd power is 1,000 equals 10x. Solve for x by dividing by 10. And x equals 100. So this is a subtraction problem, which means we're going to condense the logarithm by division. So log base 8 of x divided by 5 equals 2. Change it to exponential. 8 squared equals x over 5. 8 squared is 64 equals x over 5. And to solve for x, I'm going to multiply by 5. So 64 times 5 equals 320. So that's x. Okay, in this example, we have log on both the left side and the right side of the equation. Since they're both log base 10, we can cancel the left side log with the right side log. So we really just have 2x equals 8, and then we can solve it. X equals 4. So same thing in this problem. You have log base 10 on both sides, so these logs cancel, and you can say 4x minus 12 is equal to 3x, and then we'll solve. So subtract 4x, negative 12 equals negative x, and divide by negative 1, so x equals 12. All right, same thing here, log and log, they cancel. X squared equals 4. Now, we need to use what we know about solving for squared terms. Take the radical of both sides, or the square root of both sides, and x equals positive and negative 2. Okay, since these are both log of base 2, we can cancel. Now we have x squared plus x equals 6. This is a quadratic equation, so we're going to need to solve. So x squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. And you can solve this using the quadratic formula. You can graph it. I'm going to solve it by factoring. So there's many ways to solve quadratic equations. So I factored it. I have x plus 3 times x minus 2. And now I'm going to set each one equal to 0. So I have x equals negative 3 and x equals 2 are my solutions. Thanks for watching. Bye.